Hello again and welcome back to Hot Takes. Sorry for the dramatic title, but anything more apt ran way too long. Still, I'll try to keep this brief. Eagle-eyed viewers may have noticed that unless I'm discussing Duke Thomas, love you king, my comics lore is usually between the 80s to the 2010s. This is not nostalgia. I didn't even get into comics until a couple of years ago, and I've read a fairly large gamut of stories. So what's my contention with the New 52, Rebirth, and so on? Well, the constant reboots might be a starting point, but that's for another day. No, instead let me furnish you with an example. If you look into, say, Two-Face, right now he is in prison for melting his dad's face, leading having led Task Force Z, a ruling crime boss in Gotham, or aiding the police. For a secondary example, look at Jason Todd. He's currently in Texas looking for the Joker, or in a jail cell in Gotham after beating up cops while searching for the Joker, go off Queen, or dealing with Lazarus nonsense. Plus, he's probably changed costumes another 16 times during the writing of this script. You see, the issue here is that DC sort of decided that everything was canon and that stories only exist in the comics they're in and nowhere else. In essence, there's nothing consequential or sequential about them, and so while they can individually tell a great story, without any sense of connective tissue, they can only be good in isolation. Older comics have no shortage of flaws, but they did bounce off, engage with, and flow into one another, which created a richer setting and gave the characters a sense of progression and evolution to at least some degree. Wasn't always good progress, and it could at times be messy, but it had more weight and could have been manageable. But it seems like rather than trying to actually manage things, DC would just rather throw up its hands and give up. A sort of secondary issue that I've noticed is that I think new comics, at least from DC, have gotten a bit over-focused on their own mimetic status. What I'm getting at here is that DC seems to have taken a hammer to the fourth wall and is letting the reader's view of these famous characters bleed into the comics universe itself. Superman does not leave Earth often enough for aliens halfway across the universe to be as enamored with him as the humans he spends all of his time protecting. Characters just hand-waving away impossible things like Batman sneaking up on a Kryptonian with "he's Batman" is just lampshade hanging, but it doesn't actually address the problem. This is basically the character's real-world fame and legacy, and more to the point mimetic status in the case of Batman, bleeding into the comics at the expense of those comics making any sense. It all inadvertently serves to undermine the potential weight of the story and cast, because when everything is canon, nothing is canon. When winks to the audience are so strong they break the fourth wall, the illusion is broken with it. When a comic only matters in of itself, that can be a great comic, but it can't become a great series. Anyway, that's all for today. As always, I'd like to thank my wonderful patrons for making these episodes possible, and if you'd like to join them, the link is below. You can also commission 3D art at my Ko-fi. Thanks for tuning in.